Greetings.
Hey.
All right, up to another replay. Let's go.
Do you have a different match ID?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that the... Okay, that's the same one, sorry. Also, after this one, you know, like, live coach for, like, position one? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
I'll need to play some unranked games.
Yeah, I can do that.
30 seconds to battle.
All right. Let's see.
Let this
Or
meditative
however you want to
reflection
do
on
it.
the fleeting and fragile nature of life begin.
Yeah, I think I have some time. Use the spell as soon as you get to the wave. So mana is time to refill. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, just off cooldown. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Fortune's change. Talk is. You're not going anywhere.
Nice. No. Ah, yeah. Let's see if it. Okay. But good, good, good. Good pull. Because you usually want to stack this, feels like.
Okay.
And then you can go for it.
Yeah, I thought about stacking, but I thought about pulling their cat. So he doesn't have one to pull.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Yeah, go to
Radiant's middle
exactly,
tower
exactly.
is taking damage. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Radiant's
Nice,
middle
looks good so
tower
far.
is being
It's
attacked.
really good. You can still go at him, yeah. Perfect.
A really bad game.
Dire's middle
Yeah, I think it's
tower
alright.
is attacked.
Ah, yeah.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
I just couldn't understand how we can, like, lose this game.
I feel like if you have a winning lane, you don't need to leave the lane.
I don't have to be, or I have to be.
If you win the lane, you can stay in the lane and keep bullying this guy. I think if you stun
Okay.
him and like he uses his link and then chases you here and you just stun him and he breaks the link and then turns it around, then you can do a lot of damage. And if you
Okay.
make action mid lane, then you force people to be there, and this could make your bristleback vulnerable because like bristleback is now not there, and your slug cannot farm as easily as well because if he connects the link, it's difficult for him to break it. Like he can jump, but
So, is there a specific time until when I have to stay in the lane? Or...
I feel like if you win the lane, try to abuse it as much as you can until you get a reason to switch up.
Okay.
And that could be, for example, controlling power runes or making a gank. If like Tusk is saying, "Hey, I'm level 6, we can kill this guy."
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
And bottom is not quite the same matchup. I feel like your hero doesn't do that much against draw, because if you try to go on one of the heroes, they both have abilities to stop your stun, and it's difficult to chase them down.
But not gone.
feel like you can sit top lane until you're level 6 and just bully the Razor. And with the level 6 you can rotate and get a tower.
Interrupt. You should be honored.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Sweet. This guy's not killable. Unless he makes a mistake. Actually, the only reason to be mid lane right now is to control the power rune, and then to wait until you can buy the tome and get level 6. But you don't want to overcommit here.
Okay. Is it Void is unkillable?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, unless you burst him, or unless you can time it perfectly, your damage is not high enough, I think.
Until I get my build dagger.
I think later on you can kill him with the stun setup, like if you have high levels in both. But right now it's not killable, and if you want to be mid lane, then you need the Serpent Wards in order to just push the tower. Instead of like killing the Void, you just want to push the tower.
Yeah.
But I was just looking at, or thinking about top again, because if you control the enemy offlaner with this Lark, then it's way easier for him to play. And all the other plays you make here, they don't have, I think, equal benefit for you. Like, unless you have serpents, you never threaten an objective, and then you're just kind of roaming between heroes you can't or you don't want really to kill.
Okay.
It's like you killed an AA, but it's like it's a lot of effort for not that much of a return. Void is not killable,
Yeah.
Troll is difficult to kill. This is sweet, but it takes like 3 people again.
Radiant's bottom
be
tower
worse.
is being attacked.
You need to buy the tome as soon as possible.
Tower under fire.
Don't even, yeah. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire's structures are fortified.
I bind you.
I don't think that's worth it. Because now you use this for 2 minutes, and they have 2 more minutes time to do whatever they want. If you just let this guy go, and then you secure bottom tower, and then you realize, oh, okay, I don't even need the serpents here, then I just walk there and take the tower with him, and then I ask my teammates to take mid lane as well. Then you can get both towers guaranteed. And for example, if I'm the enemy right now, then I'm thinking, wow, Shaman used wards, let's just defend bottom. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, they don't have anything to defend this.
Radiant's middle
And then
tower
you can actually fight for it.
is demolished. Dire's top tower is under siege.
That was decent.
Dire's middle tower, bottom tower
Yeah.
is being attacked.
Yeah, and if you have serpents here, you can fight for mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Ah, fair enough.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Nice.
No more middle tower for Radiant.
Was I supposed to use the wards there?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Because you, like, even, or there are no objectives that you want to take anymore. Like, 14 minutes is too early to pressure tier 2 towers, so now you can use them freely. As soon as you don't have clear objectives for the snakes anymore, which is like mid lane tower and enemy safe lane tower, then you can use them for every kill you get the opportunity to. And now, in my mind, you just want to control this area, and then, like, let Slark farm this whole area, and you 4 people control this, and then you own, like, more than 50% of the map, and you can slowly outfarm them.
Yeah, I was trying to do that, but
Yeah, but this move here, for example, this move tells me, well, I want to fight for tier 2 tower, or I want to be aggressive. But if you don't fight here, you have the same effect. Like, Straw Ranger cannot play. And if you just hold this high ground area and just sit there, then you get the same benefit, but you don't risk giving away your advantage. Because if you do die here, then suddenly all of this opens up again, and you fed a kill, and there's no return of it. But if you just farm this net worth with your core together, then there's no way you can mess up, and you still have the same dominance. So yeah, just want to chill here.
and you're not supposed to do anything on the razor.
I wouldn't move from here right now, because all that needs to be happening is to secure as much net worth as possible. Like, if Razor and Draw Ranger and Void share a triangle, and you farm the rest of the map, then you just need to keep this for like 10 minutes, and then you win the game. And this move right here, like, as soon as you're here, you're not protecting anything anymore. Rather you're playing aggressive to like, I don't know, initiate something. But all you need to do is like sit on this high ground, and then they will not stare to come up. Or if they go up, they're usually not together and smoked. Like they're not that disciplined usually to smoke up as 5 and regain this area. So you could just one by one kill the people who come up there.
Okay.
And
And I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So if I place an observer ward on that cliff in the jungle, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
So do I just sit under that observer?
Yeah,
Or
pretty
do I
much.
just,
Yeah. Whenever they come and try to deward, you can just fight for it.
what if they smoke as 4?
Yeah, like that's the
just
only
wait?
alternative that they have. But if they smoke as 4, you can usually see it as well. Like if you see that nobody is farming this area and nobody is pushing out midwave, then you can see that they're smoked as 4, and then you can react as well. But it's very unlikely that in Legends that they will smoke as 4 with the right heroes and try or like really contest this super hard.
Yeah.
And even if they do, yeah, as I said, it's still readable. Like you're gonna detect, well, nobody's defending top, and mid lane is pushed in and nobody's doing anything about it, then they're probably like not all sitting in the triangle, they're probably smoking. And then you can react accordingly, and maybe even just break the smoke as a support, which is fine as well. And then your team can retreat. But other than that, yeah, you just want to sit bottom. And that's what my coach always said. He said, if you farm at the right place, people will come and feed. And I think this is super true.
I was just thinking about the best option.
I like what Bristol is doing. Yeah, I just want to sit there, and you should join him there as well. Yeah, I think the plays that they can make, for example, killing this Tusk, I mean, he's overextending down there. But if you don't join the map, and if you join the bottom, you can turn it around again. Again, here it feels like every second you show, they're gonna get control again over this area. I'd rather be bottom and keep pushing out this wave and then help my Bristleback to overtake this area, and Barra can join like every time. So you have like 3 people super ready to play, and Tusk he wants to play early game as well. And look, now Tusk wants to play top lane because you're up there, because he's like, well, if I want to play with somebody, I need an active hero, and this is usually a position 5, and especially on Shaman. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna join the Shaman, maybe we can get a kill. But this is a super bad fight. Like every fight you take here is super weird for you, because the best thing you can gain is this tower, and one Razor can stop you from taking this tower, basically, if he doesn't overextend. And then in the meanwhile, they can farm this whole area, they can make pressure on mid lane, and it's difficult for you to move.
Okay. I think, was it me who placed that observer in the triangle?
I'm not even sure. But it's
I
been
think
there
I
for a while,
placed
yeah.
one at the beginning. I think it expired or something.
Yeah.
And then maybe Spiritbreaker placed it.
Yeah. This has been
So I
up for a
just
while.
wanted to see who I got baited by. Was it me or the Spiritbreaker?
Do you want me to look it up?
It's bad. Yeah,
Let's see.
sure. Because I probably got baited by my own observer.
Yeah. I think it's still a good ward. With the information, you can play bottom. I mean, if you like, this is like reverse engineering. But if you see that nobody's there, then you still have information. So this is a decent ward, and it's been like undewarded for a long time. So it has been worth a lot for you. But yeah. Now people try to play top. Wait. Let's return to this. So Tusk TP's top because he feels like, okay, I want to play with Shaman. And then you play in the triangle, and this is like, as always, the triangle is the worst place for you to fight. Because you could make the same fight here, and then gain the whole area control and pressure an objective. And if you fight here, it's super hard to win, because you can't see the angles where they're coming from. They might have uphill vision. They have the high ground anyways, so it's difficult to play. And suddenly, 2 cores are dead, and you use the snakes, so you're no issue anymore for like over a minute. And they get some farm back. It's a net worth thing. Nice. Now you play bottom. Like it. Yeah. But through this like energy you gave them, they were able like to shove in this whole wave and control the top area. So all you can do now is like mirror them and try to make them TP slowly. Yeah, this could be a good one.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. And now same thing, just try to control the area. Don't overextend here. This is usually how you mess up. Yeah. That's very common that like you put the right aggression, but then you completely overextend on heroes like Slark. And then it kind of swings again. And like now, even though it was the right play, people are disencouraged from trying it again.
Yeah.
And it feels weird. I feel like, yeah. Probably Tusk got a little disencouraged as well, but he should be playing with you super early. And yeah, they can just join your bottom and you can take a tower with the ult.
Okay, so here I just felt like I shouldn't be playing with the team. Like,
I like it. I like it. Just set ulti here and focus the tower. And if you can open up this objective, then it's going to be really helpful for you. And now
it was a bad one, actually.
it's fine because now we see the reactions and we see, okay, 2 cores are still mid lane. This Razor could die right now.
Yeah, the Razor actually found wards and Underlord showdown.
Yeah, it's unlucky. But I feel like your 2 teammates, they could have joined you because we saw 2 cores mid lane. And then as soon as you get a split up like this, you can either choose to fight very aggressive bottom or aggressive mid lane. Kind of happened. Like, it didn't happen at all. Maybe you get something out of it. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I feel like even this kill still is the impact from you pushing bottom. So I still like it. Okay, Bristol died. That's difficult already. Again, if you do the same thing bottom, this might be impactful. If you do split push, then try to do it bottom, because then you can move there and set like another ward, and they might actually react. Like if I see a shaman split pushing in my game and I see that he's top, I don't care at all. Like you can take all of those towers and I wouldn't react, and I would just trade like Roche for it or something. Like I see you setting snakes and like, okay, let's go Roche. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to join there. Yeah. No TP.
I cancelled it.
Whoops.
Maybe no one attacked Dire's towers for a few seconds here.
Oh, that's game. It's really just a couple decisions. Playing top here, bringing the Tusk up there, diving here instead of controlling the high ground. And yeah.
Yeah.
And leaving a winning lane. I think this was the first thing. You won the lane against Razor, and then you just kind of left him, and suddenly Razor can catch up, and now he's difficult to kill.
Okay.
I think the only way to win this now is if you push out one wave, like you're doing right now, maybe 1 or 2 waves more, hopefully without dying, and then you smoke together and you catch somebody.
Here, I think I gave up. That's how this.
That's alright.
Pushing.
Emotionally done. Understandable. But nice. So stay in a winning lane. Rotate only for objectives and not for heroes at the beginning with Shaman. And as soon as you have the 2 towers, the 2 tier 1 towers, mid lane and enemy safe lane, you can move freely and you can use ulti freely as well. And then just try to control areas and put pressure on the right objectives without like making it an aggressive move, but just posturing for the farm. Like you can control areas instead of heroes. This is usually how you slowly win game, but I think it's more consistent than if you play heroes like Bounty Hunter that just run around and try to do everything.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing you said that I shouldn't be leaving the lane.
Mm-hmm. If you win the lane, yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm winning the lane, I shouldn't leave it, right?
Yeah, or like there's a scenario if you, I don't know, like if you win the lane and you see your carry can be alone and he gets solo XP and he still dominates the lane, then of course you're free to do whatever you want. But if the lane or if your carry is dependent on you, and you're winning the lane, you shouldn't leave the lane. Because then then he doesn't get then he gets the solo XP, but he gets denied every wave. He can't put any pressure anymore, and the offlaner can recover just because you're not there anymore.
Okay, so in this matchup, Razor versus Slark, so
yeah.
What's a good indicator that the lane, like the Slark is not dependent on me and I can move bottom?
I think Slark is pretty much all the time dependent on you. because just of the dynamic, Slark can put out a lot of damage and actually gain from hitting a tanky guy like Razor. The only thing that stops him from doing that is Link. But Link can be cancelled just by you pressing one button. Like if you just stun this guy, like he links, you stun him, he walks out of the Link range, he turns around, and then you kill him. That's like guaranteed to happen every single time. But as soon as you're not there, he can never break the link, or even if he breaks the link, he cannot put aggression anymore because he doesn't have the jump anymore. So like as soon as you leave him, he gets completely countered. But if you stay with him, everything that counters him, namely the link from Razor, is useless, and then you can gain from the advantage. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And like even if Underlord is there, he cannot cancel your stun, and so the same thing still applies.
I like those Underlord's items. He bought 3 plate mates.
Nice. Some armor.
They're winning, that's why.
Yeah. All right.
So, and one more thing, just one thing. As shaman, most of the time I have to like control the enemy jungle, right? All the time.
Yeah, I think so. Or like this maybe goes in general. Because if you have a carry that can jungle his side of the map alone and you still dominate the enemy side, that would be like the ideal situation. And usually you need a carry to rotate so he can control the area with you together. But ideally you farm the whole map, so you carry has your whole side, and you and maybe 2 other people control the enemy side. And then like the network swing is extreme. Just as you saw at the beginning, I think you were 3k ahead, even though you had some weird fights. And it just comes by not letting them hit jungle creeps and not letting them approach the lane.
Okay. That makes sense.
Cool. Maybe so far for this replay.